Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young will set to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Open man downfield is Ridley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. It's Young off play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. The Panthers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a first down throw for Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K'Lavon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that.
The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Able to find Pryor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Lawrence on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Young. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to say inside the 35-yard line. The play fake. Now Young. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Oh, Young loses it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled? They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Young to throw on 4th. He'll buy some time right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw On every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On second down, ETN once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go play action. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Young off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now Young on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action now. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Young. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To try again after the sack, Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Flush to his right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 14 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Here's Young from the shotgun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet. A fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st. But this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hitler's Basin, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the false start will back them up 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On play action, Young. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's got room at the 30.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pryor has it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Lawrence going to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes left side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today,
and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.